everybody, I'm Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, and it's time for our next Saturday with Stacy, YouTube class number 434. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, well, first off, welcome to anybody who's new to our channel, and if you are new, we certainly hope that you will hit the little heart over here and subscribe to our channel. If you're joining us Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Sunny California time, 11 a.m. in New York, or 4 p.m. in the United Kingdom, we have a live chat going on over here, so please feel free to pop in and say, hey, hello, I'm so-and-so from wherever you're at, and a bunch of us will welcome you to the family. We always have a great time on live chat while we are teaching you about products you may already have in your crafty stash. And for today, definitely a new product. I have got Winter Chicken Dinner to talk to you about, and I want to let you know that James, my son, he's going to be 21 in April. When I started Scrapbooking Made Simple, he was 3. He's going to be 21. When did that happen? Honestly. So James is back at work. Online learning didn't go well for him. And so he's back at work until he's able to go back to in-person learning. So we're glad to have him back. And that means he is making samples. So I've got a sample card for him. He does one a week. He sits with SMS girl Claire and they do it. And I'll tell you, he's very particular about the way he wants his card to look. And he wants you to show him how to do it, but then he wants to do it. And he wants to pick the colors. And I mean, cute kid, honestly. Claire had a great time with him. I also want to let you know, we have a new honorary SMS girl here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. Our honorary SMS girl, Katie, she's been with us for quite some time, and Katie was actually a teacher at the local high school when I was in high school. she I think Michael, Mr. SMS, was in one of her classes. I'm pretty sure of that. So Katie's been with us for quite some time, and now we have Patty V, and we're so thrilled that she comes in once a week, and her samples, you've seen them over the past couple weeks. They're pretty rock star. The girl likes a little bit of bling bling, that is for sure. If she can make it sparkle, she's there. So everybody, welcome Patty, honorary SMS girl Patty, to the mix. I've known her for years and years and years, and I'm so glad. I would have never met her if it hadn't been for the store, and she is a dear friend. She's a friend to everybody. She's just a good person, just like Katie. They're just good. What do they say? You're good people. They're good people. So anyway, I'm excited to, like I said, you've seen some of her samples before, but she's really getting into the mix. She was very tentative in the beginning, and now she's like, oh, I'm just gonna mix this and do that, and then she's like, does it look good? It's like, Patty, it's gorgeous. So finish it. You have to finish it, and then if you don't like it, we'll talk. But by the time it's done, she's like, oh, that's not so bad. Okay, I've got Winter Chicken Dinner to talk about, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we've got going on for you today. Everything is limited, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but we'll get there. Okay, so our Winter Chicken Dinners from last week, which was 433, I've got 2 winners. That means these 2 people posted comments that were comments below, not on the live chat. You got to post below, and once it's approved, then you go into the running to be a Winter Chicken Dinner. And so you won't see your comment immediately. We have to go through and approve them, and then we have a software that randomly selects 2 people every week. They get a $25 gift card to spend any way they want. So our first Winter Chicken Dinner, well, there's going to be quite a few of you perhaps with this name. So the only way for you to know if you're the Winter Chicken Dinner is to check your online account. And if you see $25 there, wahoo, it's you. Our first winner is Patricia Green. I'm like, oh, I bet we have a few Pat Greens and Patty Greens and Patricia Greens. So if that is you, go check your online account, and that would be your YouTube name. So I can only, well, that would be your YouTube name. So So if you have a YouTube account and it's Patricia Green, go check your online account at Scrapbooking Made Simple. You might find yourself with a $25 gift card. Our second winner is Kathleen. Kathleen Finnegan. Hello, Kathleen, is that you? Did I say it correctly? Does it matter? No, of course not. You've got $25 no matter how I say it. Well done, you. I hope that both of you are getting ready to do your winner chicken dinner dance, because you've got $25 in your online account right now. You don't have to do anything to claim your prize. It's already there. So, what are you going to see today? All right, let's do our winner chicken dinner dance. Are you ready? You're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo, ka-choo, for you. Congratulations to the both of you. And if you want a chance to be a winner chicken dinner, well, if you don't post, you can't play. It's just that simple. If you don't post a comment below, I guarantee you, you will never have the chance to win. And you just never know when I'm going to call your name. So today I'm excited. I showed you. Well, no, I haven't shown it to you yet. Wait, stop, Stacy. I'm excited that now I have my eldest son, James, back at the shop. I've got my youngest son, Michael, at the shop, and then Mr. SMS. So when I say we're a family business, we are a family business. Sometimes I'd like a little bit of a break. Did I just say that out loud? You can have a lot of family in the family business, just saying. But I love them dearly, and I'm glad that James is back. He's got such a funny sense of humor. He's got such a dry wit. He can just crack you up without question. So, all right. I'm going to tell you a little about what we've got going on today. I've got new product from Nellies Choice. This is an international company that I do business with. They make beautiful things. Nellies Choice is really good at pretty. They are really good at pretty, and they do embossing folders and stamps and dies and stamping dies. So I saw these they sent me an email about them, and I would have, if I could have, ordered a few of them to try and play with, but they're coming a really long way. You can't just order one or two, and if you don't like it, no big deal. You just give them to the girls and they'll play with them. I had to commit. And, that's kind of, without ever having it in your hands, it's like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? So because I'm a put the pedal to the metal type of girl and, no guts, no glory, that's who I am. I said, okay, I'm going to do it from a picture, and I'm going to hope that when they get here, they're everything I wanted them to be. They are everything I wanted them to be, and a little bit more, quite honestly. These are wonderful. Now, we've done Stamp and Cut before, because Creative Expressions has them. These are amazing. And I've got technique after technique after technique to show you how to use them. And probably with product you already have in your stash. But there's one thing that we brought back. Well, we didn't bring it back. It was out of stock for like forever. And when I use it, you are not even going to believe it. It was like, it's amazing. So I even showed the manufacturer and I said, look at what I did with your product. And they're like, well, how did you? I said, oh no, gotta watch the YouTube. All right, so I'm gonna tilt on down. We're gonna get started for today. I'm gonna show you some samples and then we'll get right into it. There's a lot to do, and I'm gonna take it from the very beginning to the very end, and really it's just technique after technique after technique. And again, all of the product in this YouTube, with the exception, okay, the paper from Hunky Dory, absolutely limited. I can only buy what the manufacturer has to sell. I've got probably 9 different types of Hunky Dory paper that you guys have fallen in love with. And when it's gone, it's gone. I can't get any more. Okay? The Stamp and Cut dies are limited. Again, I had to buy them without knowing if we were going to love them or not. So I bought what I could get my hands on. It took weeks of shipping to get here. well, closer to months, but they're here now. So I can't get another order in and get them here in time to get them to you in the time frame that we're shipping right now. So that's limited. The Hunky Dory paper is limited. The Marvy Just Glitter markers are limited, and they're back. And the only reason they're back, I will show you how I was able to get another set put together. I'll show you. So we're gonna scroll down, tilt down, I'm gonna show you the samples, and then we're gonna get started. Don't be mad if we sell out. I really am sorry. We really do try to lock up as much of it as we can. Sometimes there's only so much. All right, down we go. Bye, everybody. Okay, so let's zoom in. You know what I learned is that I can do it from, can I still do it from here? Why, yes, I can. Look at that. And then I don't even have to touch the screen or worry about turning the camera off. All right, this way, hello. How cute is this card, right? So this was done by my son, James, and you can see the pattern on it, and then he used Fine Tech to kind of watercolor in. He decided on the color, he wanted the purple, he wanted the silver, he wanted the gold, he did it all. And the painting, and the. So there's one sample for you. Then I have another. And again, so super cute. And it's the background that you're looking at. This is a little bit of happiness. Whoa. So you can see how high tech we are. I am zooming in myself by slowly moving my arms in. And then slowly moving my arms back. So professional. And the last one I want to show you is done in a way, and all the paper that I'm showing you is Hunky Dory paper, like this is Hunky Dory paper. Ooh, yummy. The background was done in a way, this background, that you might not ever have thought to try. Or you could be a mad scientist like me and say, hey, it's only paper. Throw caution to the wind and let's see what we get. Okay, are you ready? Good. Let's put that away. And I think I will bring over, one of these to start. So let me bring them all over just so you can see them. So I've got Stampin' Cut, or they're calling them stamping dies. What's a stamping die? Well, it's a die that's got a design in it. And when you roll it through with ink on it, it transfers the inks and it die cuts all at the same time. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different styles. I know we have a small amount of I Want It All bundles because I got them in uneven amounts because I could only buy what they had to sell. Other than that, they're open stock. I think let's open up this one. And I think we're going to start with this one first. So how do these work? Well, it's pretty darn simple. Boy, the tape, I'm never gonna get it out. Okay, so we'll just open it that way and put that there. So you get 2, some of them you get 3, but most of them you get 2 pieces. You get a frame die that goes around it, so you can cut a mat, and you get the main stamping die. Here, it is metal, and we're gonna do, I think we'll do one as maybe I'll just do a simple one, just to give you an idea. So I've got my paper, I'm just using white paper. And let's cut it down to size. And how they work is easy peasy. Bring over my Big Shot machine. So I've got my Sizzix Big Shot machine. I think I'm going to back it up just a little bit. Oh yeah, look at that. Who knew? Not me. Well, I know now. That's a lot easier for me. Okay, I've got my Big Shot machine, and it comes with a base plate. It comes with a solo shim, and that is the sandwich you're going to need. You're going to get 2 clear cut plates. Only they'll originally, when you get them, they're going to kind of look like this, but by the time you've used them again and again, they're going to look like this and even worse. So I'm going to put a cut plate down. I'm going to put my piece of paper down, and I'm going to put my stamping die right on top of it. And then a do not cut plate. And that's just a plate that you try not to cut into. So as your bottom plate here gets more and more cut into, you try not to cut into the top plate. I use a different colored plate so I can keep them separate. Now eventually this will be so bad that you can't use it, and then you take this one and you make that your bottom plate and get another do not cut plate. The plates are meant to eventually have to be replaced. They're not forever. But they do, if you take care of them, they can last you quite a long time, and they're not an expensive thing to replace once you need to do it. Trust me, you'll get your money's worth out of the wear you get out of these. So I'm just going to send this through, and just for good measure, I'll bring it back. It is not a difficult crank. My hand is going pretty easy. Hopefully I took it all the way. If I didn't, we're going to find out. I did. Pop it out. And then if you can see, it's kind of hard on the white. There's a very faint impression. It's not really an embossing. It isn't, because obviously it's just pushing in. And embossing is where you have one side and another side, and they're pushing into each other, giving you a real strong embossing. But you absolutely get a little bit of maybe a letterpress to it. I'm sure if you put a little mist on your paper, a little water, and sent it through, your impression might be a little deeper. Or if you add a shim underneath to give a little more pressure, you might get a little deeper. Okay, so I'm going to put that one there. And now let's do one with some color. So what makes these so fun is being able to color them. See, and now I don't have my machine. No, I should just leave it like that, right? Because should I feel bad because the machine comes and goes. I don't know. I wish I was more techie and was better at this, but it just is what it is. I'm just going to leave it and go with it. Okay, so the fun thing about these is coloring them. And you can use just about any kind of ink that you want to color them. In fact, you can take some Memento and mix it with some Hero Arts and mix it with some Ranger and mix it with what inks do you carry? It's a matter of what color do you want. If you've got a Hero Arts ink in the color that you want, and a Memento ink in another color that you want, and a Lawn Fawn ink in the third color, and you want to put all those together, go for it. You don't have to be necessarily loyal to a brand. You absolutely can, but it would be a shame if you didn't get a color you wanted by somebody else just because it's not made by the manufacturer that you most prefer. Ink is meant to be used together. Buy from the colors that you like. That's what we recommend, and use them. Put them, mix them together. Go for it. It's not going to harm anything. So I think I'm going to start with a little bit of my yellow, and I'm just going to go right on. And now you can really start to see the design. Right on with my yellow. And I'm going to do my whole thing in my whole base in yellow. That way, if I accidentally miss a spot with any other color, I know at least it's going to be yellow. Okay, so yellow down. Now maybe I'll put a little of this, I don't know, this green. And I'm just going to kind of spot this in. Oh, don't want that there. No real rhyme, no real reason, just kind of going over it. And the very last color I might add, now 2 colors might be enough for you. I'm going to throw in just a hair bit of navy. just because I can. We might not like it, but you know the beautiful thing? It's only paper, white paper. That's what I'm going to start with, white paper. So I'm going to bring my Big Shot machine over. I'm not going to change my sandwich at all. It's the exact same. Base plate, solo shim for wafer dies, cut plate. So, so paper, and then I'll flip it. I will flip it on this one and put it face down. So there, drop, and send it on through. Straighten out my plates. There we go. And send it on through. Easy peasy roll. And bring it on back. Okay, let's see what we got. And just like that, it's colored. It's cut and it's colored. You can't get any simpler than that. I mean, it's bam in one roll. It's a background instantaneously done for you. Let's see if let's grab a wet wipe. And let's see what happens if I change my colors up a little bit. So I'm going to keep this one here. And I'm still going to start with my yellow because I'm a yellow type of girl. I just think yellow goes with everything. It's like your base color. It plays well in the sandbox with blues and greens, and it plays well in the sandbox with reds and oranges and pinks. So it kind of is everybody's best friend, yellow is. And it's a happy color, so I like that too. Come on, get off there. I got a little, there we go. Okay, so I've done the whole thing in yellow like I did before. This time I'm going to use some pale tomato. Now these hero cubes, we sell them individually. We're the only place that sells hero cubes individually. So Hero Arts has put the program together just for Scrapbooking Made Simple. And we're very lucky. I'm excited to say we started with 24 colors. I'm excited to say that in 2022, we will be adding 16 colors to our assortment. I've already picked the colors. They're already in production. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm just going to go back here with just some yellow and just kind of dot it over. Just kind of blend a little bit. All right, piece of paper. Oh, here. Nope, I need to cut a whole new one. Piece of paper. I think about half of this will do. And we'll run it on through. Now you see I'm not rushing. I've got time because I'm working on metal and because I'm using a dye-based ink. It's not dye-based ink, it absorbs into paper. So right now it has nothing to absorb in, which is kind of nice. It gives me a little bit of time. Now if you wanted to, you could put your do not cut plate down here and put that as your first, then your plate with your image up and your ink up, and then your paper. And then your do not cut, your image face up, your paper, then your cut plate. That might be easier for some of you to put the die down first with the ink facing up and just drop your paper over the top of it. There is no right and there is no wrong. It's however it is that works best for you. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, I thought maybe we'd be able to get through. Come on, I still feel you shaking. There you go. Oh, look at how pretty is that. So that was just using 2 colors. Really up to you what you like best. But does it have to be done just on white paper? No, of course not. I've got this. I've got this from, this is part of Hunky Dory. Let's see. Is it big enough? Ooh, like by a hair of a chinny chin chin, but really that's all I need is a hair on it. Well, no, I don't need a hair on my chinny chin chin. No, I don't. Oh yeah, just enough. Okay, so what color do I want to do? Do I want to do it all in navy? I wonder if that's gonna, how about we lay down, but that color's awful close, but that, how about we just lay down this color just to be sure we don't miss anything. And then we can lay navy over the top. And I'm gonna do it on a piece of Hunky Dory paper. Okay, so now I'm using a printed paper. And I'm going to leave it the same. I'm going to leave it with my base plate down, my solo shim, my do not cut, my inked stamping die face up, my paper that I want to see it on face down. Hopefully I'm close. And my cut plate. And then I'm going to send it through the machine and we're going to see what we get. Ooh, creaks and cracks are okay. You're just going to send it on through. Creaks and cracks are okay. As long as you're able to roll it through your machine, you're going to be fine. Okay, let's see what we got. You never know, and every one of them is going to be slightly different. Tweezers. And it's on pre-printed paper. I don't know, what do you think? Kind of cool. You can take a piece of paper that you're not crazy about and do something with it. So this is just using ink. That's all I've done is use ink. Let's go ahead and let's move on a little bit. Let me clean this up, wipe it down. I just use a baby wipe. Will it eventually become discolored? Probably. I mean, I load my stuff up with so much that, yeah, it'll probably become discolored. Ooh, what do I want to do? Decisions. Okay, so let's put this one here. And remember, it comes with a mat, a die that will allow you to cut a mat. For those of you who don't know what that is, let's take, okay, so, decisions. We have got beautiful papers from, Hunky Dory. This is gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, this is beautiful paper. It's limited. So let's take it maybe I want that piece right there. So for those of you who have never seen what a mat is, this is just basic die cutting. This is an open frame die. It comes with the stamping die. It's a little bit bigger than the stamping die, so when I cut it, it will create a mat for me to lay that stamping die on. Now I did it because I want a little bit of that orange and I want a little bit of that yellow. Ultimately, most of it's going to get covered up, which is kind of sad, but but it is what it is. So I'm just going to send this through my Big Shot machine. I'm not going to change anything about what I'm doing. All my platforms stay the same. It just depends upon whether you want your paper down or your paper up, the positioning of your die. And because it's an open frame die, one rule, that's all you have to do. There's no precision base plates needed for any of this. And a precision base plate is a tool that you would use if you have a very intricate die. Now I'm going to not throw this piece away because this is perfect for a sentiment. Yes. Okay, so now I've cut that. And now I can bring this back. And now I've got a mat going all the way around it. Now, if you really wanted to, you could cut the center out. If you had a smaller die, cut that center out. So nobody's going to know that it's hollow back here. And that way you're able to use this paper even more. You're able to salvage quite a big of a nice big chunk of it for something later on. Really, all you need is that edge all the way around. So imagine you could cut out quite a bit of this and use it for something completely different. But it is so dreamy. I mean, it really is dreamy paper. All right, so that's a mat for those who did not know what a mat is when I say that. Now I'm gonna move on, and I think I might do this one. So this actually comes with 2 extra frame dies. It's not a single frame that you get 2. You have the stamping plate here, and then you've got 2 frame dies that do kind of a stitched edge so that you could double mat. We're gonna start with just our stamping die. And I think just for good measure, I will do one in ink so you can see it in ink, and then we'll take it from there. So I'm just gonna do this super fast. Let's see. I can go here. Ooh, okay, I shouldn't have pressed as hard as I did. Okay, so remember that one I did in the very beginning? That was just kind of a letter press. There it is. You can see the design. I pushed too hard here because I was wanting to make sure my yellow was nice and yellow, but look at that. Oh, okay, happy accident. All right, so I'm gonna take my yellow and I'm gonna go over the whole thing. So I'm just gonna do this one fast so you can see it, how it looks inked. And then we're gonna take it a little bit further. Okay, so I've added a little yellow, and I think this time I'm gonna add a little charcoal, a little gray to it. Don't know what we're gonna get? We'll know when we know. I always like yellow and kind of gray. I think it's a very sophisticated type palette. All right. Bring over my machine. And this time I do want this face up. It's easier for me. So I'm going to put my do not cut plate down, lay this right on the top. I think I can probably cut this down a little bit. Lay that right over the top of my die. Put my cut plate on top. And center my plates. Oh, I hope I didn't just mess that up, but if I did, it's only paper. Woo, creaks and cracks are okay. I'm gonna send it on through. And bring it on back. So I'm trying to hold my machine in place so that the camera doesn't go bzzz again. Wish me luck. Oh, see, I think that's so pretty. This way or this way? What do you think? I like the yellow and the gray. That looks nice. Okay, I'm going to put that there. We're going to move on. I'm going to clean this up and use it again. So let me just put this over here for now while I talk to you about these markers. Let me grab a piece of black paper. So a little while ago, I did a YouTube with these markers. They're by Marvi Yoshida. They're called Just Glitter because what's in them is just glitter. It's not, how do I say this? It's not glitter, it's glitter. And the solvent that's in here dries completely clear. It has kind of a bigger nib to it, not so much a fine tip, because the nib, oh, and I just got some on me. The nib has to be big enough, there's the sirens, for the actual glitter to get out. I'm not talking about mica. This is glitter. There's real glitter in here, and to get it out, the nib has to be a little thicker. Otherwise, if it was a fine tip, the glitter would never work its way out. And again, the solvent that's in here dries completely clear. So when I brought them out the first time, they only had so many in stock. They had, and there's a gold and a silver. So I brought out the 6-pack, and it had the purple, the red, the green, the blue, the gold, and the silver. We sold out of them, and I mean like this, they were gone. I couldn't believe how fast they went. And in-store people, I mean, we had like 2 or 3 sets for people in store, and they were gone. We opened at 10, and by 10:02, they were gone. So I wanted to bring them back, but by this time, the reason they had so few is because they were bringing out a new one. It's not any different. They've just changed what they call the housing. This, the tube that it's in and the lid, that is called the housing of the pin. So they went from it looking like this to now it looks like this. And I said, awesome, amazing, I can bring them back. Yay, the price went up like, I don't know, 20 cents. It was no big deal, okay, easy peasy. But when they did the new housing, they discontinued the green. What? You discontinued the green? How can you discontinue the green? I need the green. Well, they didn't have the green in this new packaging. They had got greens back in, somebody had canceled an order, and so they had more greens available. And so I said, okay, well, I'll just buy the original set that I had, and I'll have the green and the purple and the red and the blue and the gold and the silver. And they said, oh, that would be nice, but we're out of the silver in this. We don't have silver anymore. If you want the silver, you have to buy the new one. Oh, okay, so if I buy the new side, the new housing, because everything else is exactly the same, I can't have the green. I can have this, but I can't have this. And if I keep to the old size, I could have this with the gold because they had the gold in the old size, but I can't have the silver. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Okay, we're gonna make this work one way or another. So what we did is I brought in what they had left here in the original housing so you can get the green. But then I brought the gold and the silver in the new. We're still selling it as a 6-pack. It's still the same. I think they retail for $4.09 now. So that's $24.60, and we have all 6 of them on sale for $16.99. But you're going to get 2 in the new and 4 in the old. Otherwise, you either have to give up the green or I would have to give up the silver. And I'm not willing to give up any of these. Now that I've explained this probably more than I needed to, I need to show you what these pins do. So you shake them. And you kind of press down to get them started. And the color is stunning. It's not ink, it's glitter. Actual glitter being laid down by a clear solvent that completely dries, and what you're left with is just sparkle and shine. So I'm going to do all the colors for you so you see them. I mean, they're beautiful. And when you look at them, they're not like in your face glittery. They're just, and for the price, they are magic. So they're from Marvi Yoshida. My friend Lawrence is over there, and he always is so kind and so sweet to us. I think Erica's our customer service girl over there. Bless her pea-picking heart. She answers about 1 million questions for me. And then the red. Oh, that was a lot. So I'm just going to move that all around. And you can see that the solvent's kind of milky, but when it dries completely clear. How can you not have the green? You need the green. Like, how can you Lawrence, how can you discontinue the green? And, maybe it's not, I don't know. I think it's discontinued because it's not with the new ones. I'm like, oh, okay. So then I have silver. And the silver is just shimmery happiness. Right? Super pretty. And the last one I have is gold. And the gold one is still sealed because I want you to see how it comes. Remember, you've got to give them a shake. And then I want to get the packaging off of it. And here it is. So you can see there's nothing in the nib yet. It's completely white. Good shake, and then you got to, oh, that was a lot. Then you got to kind of pump it, and this one was ready to go. So I haven't pumped it again. There's no need. The gold. Lid back on, and you're good to go. So there are the 6 colors. And I had to have all 6 colors. So if you buy them, if you get them this time, you're going to get 4 that kind of look like this, and you're going to get 2 that look like that, but they are exactly the same item. They've just done what they call a rolling change, and now they're going to be shipped out like this, except for the green. Okay? So these are just glitter. Nothing is in them besides glitter, and when that solvent dries, all that's left behind is beautiful, beautiful shine and shimmer. So how are we going to use these? Well, put this here. So we did this one in the yellows and the gray, really pretty. And I didn't even cut the mats yet. This time, I'm gonna get a piece of black paper. Trim it down just a little bit. Put those off to the side. I'm going to use these markers to color this. What? I'm going to use these markers to color this. I know, crazy, but it's beautiful. Let's see, where's my, I can use this piece just to make sure that I've got. So let's start with the blue. Oh, well, you know what? I'm just going to use that and pull it up from here. And I'm going to scribble. Kind of move it around. I'm literally going to scribble, and you're not going to hurt the nib. The nib is a hardy nib. Now, I'm not going like this. I'm using the side of it. But I want to get some of this blue. And just go in there and pick it up. Use my finger a little bit, move it around. Get some down. Oh, just got into it. So these markers look better on black than they do white. All right, let's try some purple. Oh yeah, it's good to go. Now I'm gonna throw some purple down. And some gold. This is the one I just opened. I'm almost afraid to push down too much. And I'm just kind of going all over it. No rhyme, no reason. Have no idea what we're gonna get. And I might just come back with a little more blue just to make sure it's represented. All right, let's see what we get. I'm gonna bring my Big Shot machine over. I am definitely going to put my plate face up. It's easier for me to see it. I've got all my marker pin there. I'm gonna put my black down. And I'm gonna close it up. Ooh! Little creaks and cracks are okay. One, and then I'm just gonna send it on back for good measure. There we go. Don't know what that is, but can you see that? That was done with markers. Is that crazy? You may already own these markers and not know you can do this. Now, stamping plates are different than a typical die. The design is a little bit wider. The design in it is wider so that there's enough room for the ink to hold. It's different than a wafer thin die because those dies have a wafer edge to it. I mean, a thin itty bitty edge, the cut edge. So there's not a lot of space for the ink to hold. But this is kind of on the same family as a foil plate. Could you use this to foil? My guess is yes, you could use this to foil. It's all the right things that a foil plate needs. The design is a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier. It's you know, it's a little thin, but you can shim it up. I am pretty positive you would be able to use these on a foil machine. I'm also pretty confident that you could use these on a gel press. I wanted to make, I mean, I think that looks amazing on black paper. And I didn't use anything but a marker. Okay, so I'm gonna grab another one and do another one. Let's see. Circle. Circle. This one's really pretty. This one's really pretty. I'm gonna do this one. This one is so pretty. Here's the designs on the back. And actually we have, I think we have 2, 4, 6, yeah, we have one more. We have one more slimline. So I'm gonna put this one there. I'm gonna pull this off. I'm not gonna worry about the mat right now. I'll put the mat there. I am going to ink it just so you can see how it looks if it was just, is it gonna fit? Woohoo! Just in case you wanted to see what it looks like, just inked up. Come out. Just a little bit of ink all the way around. And then I'll come back in. And maybe hit it in a few places. Okay, that's all I'm going to do. And let's run it through and see what we get. So I'm going to keep my plates exactly the same. Lay this right down on top. Lay my paper down right on top. Like a hair of a chinny chin chin. Oh, right there. Don't move. And send it on through. And see what we get. And send it back just for good measure. And see what we get. Okay. So I've kept most of my flowers yellow. I've added some green leaves just by inking. Just by inking. Now, let's play with black. And let's grab a piece of my black paper and cut it and wipe my ink off. Water soluble, no big deal. Baby wipe. Might it stain my dye? It might. Am I gonna be upset about that? No, I'm good. Now let's see, where's that test paper again? Oh, right here, let's bring you back. And let's grab some red. Oh, that red's not even open yet. Okay, so I'm just gonna scribble in red. I might take my finger and kind of move it a little bit. And I'm just scribbling. No rhyme, no reason. Think I got enough red going on? Maybe too much, but we'll see. It's only paper. And then let's do our gold again. Make sure I've got enough in there. Little, okay. I'm just going to add my gold. And anywhere I don't see red, I'm going to go in there and add that gold just to make sure that it's covered. So it kind of looks like a hot mess. And I don't know what we're going to get until we get it. May not be perfect, may be amazing. But if not, we just try again. It's only paper. Let's bring over our black. Do not cut plate. Stamping die, paper, cut plate. And send it on through. Okay, ready and back. Oh, it's a little dreamy. My whole image is transferred, and I've got that red and I've got that gold going on. It's so pretty. Look at that. And I scribbled. Inked, glittered, markers, inexpensive markers. Doing something that they weren't originally intended to do. I have a feeling that these are fabric markers, maybe? Yeah, they're great for fabric and paper. I mean, well, you got a lot of uses out of these markers. Let me wipe this off. And then let's go back. What if I wanted to add some color? Let's see if I can figure it out. What if I wanted to add some glitter to this one on the white? What if I wanted to add some glitter to this one? Okay, so that's it. That was perfect. So I've already inked this one. Got my ink right here. What if I went back and I added a little bit of gold? And I'm just gonna scribble. And I think I'll do half of it and I'll leave half of it so you can see the difference between the two. So this isn't a pigment-based ink. It's an actual glitter. Could you do a pigment-based ink? Sure you could, but that's going to cover up anything that you have down here. Because the solvent dries clear, it still allows for the original color to come through. Okay, so I got to remember. It's like that, right? I think so. So I'm going to lay this down. And I'm going to drop this in place. Just reline it back up and put my cut plate over the top and send it through. And remember, I've only done half of it. And hopefully I lined it up properly. If not, we're gonna know pretty soon. For those of you who are new, I do not edit my videos. What you see is what you get. Okay, so now, can you see the gold in there? It's not hiding the yellow and the gray. but you've got gold flecks in there, where on this side, I did not do it. There is no gold. Can you see? Bam, man. I don't know. I mean, how else can you get this done? Because it's not pigment, so it's not going, if I had used a pigment ink, it just would have made all of this gold. It would have covered up the yellow, it would have covered up the gray, it would have covered up all of it. I still want to see that through. And the only way to do that is with something that has a clear base. Something that's going to dry clear and then leave that color behind. Let's try this one. Okay, so I'll do half of this one like I did half of that one. Let me just figure out. No. So that's that. So that should be that. Okay. This time I think I'm going to be kind of picky where I put my color. So I've got it so that it goes like that. So when I flip this over, that will fit in. That's the right image. And I think, oh, what if I use the green? The discontinued green. Boo! Oh, Lawrence is going to love me for that. So how about I just do some of the leaves? And I just put it around on some of the leaves, because I can see what's a leaf. Well, that might have been a flower. Oh well. You get what you get, right? That's what I tell myself. Don't overthink it, just go. All right, so I'm gonna lay this. Hopefully I am close. Oh, that makes me nervous. All you can do is try, Stacy. That's all you can do. If I'm wrong, we will know soon enough. Send it on through and see what we get. Send it on back and see what we get. Oh, yep, I was off. Not by much, but enough. Yep, see, right there, I was off. Not by much, but enough. All right, not the end of the world. Let's grab this one. This is the one we started with. And we'll add a little bit of green to this one. Just a little. I can even add a little bit of blue if I want. Okay, now let's see. It goes this way. So I'm just going to lay it on in. Hope that I'm close. And see how close we get. I think I'm just a little off. But we're going to roll it anyway. Okay, and then bring it on back. Oh, well done, you. Can you see the shimmer in there? So when I move it, it's not glitter. It's just a shimmer of beautiful colors. It takes it to a different level. When you look at it this way, when you hand it to somebody, they're going to think, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. But then when they move it and the light catches it, it's just magic. On the black, it's just magic. Let's do this one on black since we've got it. And then we'll move on because I've got more to show you. So much more to show you. Let's clean it off. And what colors do we want to do? Should we do gold and silver and green? We'll start with some green. Where's my little piece of paper that tells me how? I'll use this one. Make sure, oh, that is my little piece of paper. Yay. Shake, 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 shake. And I'm just gonna lay down my green. And if I don't get absolutely everywhere, I'm gonna be okay with that. And if you want, you can take your finger and kind of smoosh it just a little bit. Yes, smoosh is a word. So lay down my green. So if you were to use a liquid glitter, I think that it's going to be too thick and too runny. Well, thick and runny are contradictory. I think it's too thick to get in there. And then when you put it down and you kind of move it around, it's going to get too much in between. I think it's too thick for a liquid type glitter. Add some gold. There we go. Oh, look at that gold. Pick that up, put it back down, and I'm using the side of my marker. A little bit of a pump. Gosh, should we even do any other color? I think not. Let's just go for it. Will this fit? I think it will. Ha 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 ha. Let's see what we get. Down. Paper over the top. Cut plate over that. Center my plates and let's go. Hopefully I'm still on it, but you know what? Ooh, it is what it is. Oh, see, my plates are so not centered, Stacy. That was horrible. And I probably just moved it, but that's okay. Let's just go. That was awful. What am I talking about? My two plates, my do not cut plate and my clear plate were totally off the sides. I mean, they need to be straight when you send it through because there's only so much room. And if you have them crooked, well, you're gonna, as it goes through the machine, it's gonna get tighter and tighter and you're not gonna know why. Oh, yeah, I think I moved it just a little bit, but actually it looks okay to me. I think I moved it just a little bit. Oh, yeah. Look at how pretty. So pretty. Now it's just a matter of what is it that you like. You have options. Lots. This is beautiful. Lots and lots of options. with these glitter markers at $16.99 for 6 of them. So if you're crafting on a budget, what an amazing way. And can you write with them? Of course you can write with them. Of course you can write with them. They've got a fatter tip. And as the solvent dries, the glitter becomes more and more pronounced. That's what you're looking at. Now on white paper, they look different. They need to have a color behind them. On white paper, they're kind of ho-hum. So there's the green on So there's the green on white. And there's the green on black. So you get an idea. All right, well, we've played with the glitter and we've done some beautiful things. This is absolutely stunning. It's just gorgeous. This one, it just shimmers and shines, and I love this one with the red and the gold. Okay, I'm gonna put those aside and wipe this down, and we're gonna move on. Now, you may be saying, Stacy, I already have glitter. I don't need glitter markers. Exactly. I mean, if you don't want to use the glitter markers and you want to use what you've got, yes, hello, let's do that. So you can see, oh, this is my sanded gadget, or not my sanded gadget, this is my gotcha tool. And you can see how much it's holding so far. So a gotcha tool is my product, and it holds all your dies so you don't lose them. Yeah, so I had Spellbinders make that for me, and it gives you a much bigger space than a lot of the other tools out there that are meant to hold your dies. I can't do it. I need space. All right, let's play with this one. So I'm always going to ink it in the beginning just so you can see what it looks like just plain inked. And again, I don't think I'm going to, well, I may mess with the mat. I don't know. We'll see how time permits. So this one is roses. And I will go ahead and I'll ink this one, and we'll maybe use maybe a little of the butter. Just going to ink it so you get an understanding of what it looks like with just ink. And then maybe a little red royale. Ooh. And if you're looking for the hero cubes, open stock. We're the only place you're going to find them. Thank you, Hero Arts. May and Sandy and Gretchen and Kelly and Erin. Those are all the people who are responsible for my account. They all do different things. Erin is the yes man. He's the guy that you got to get the approval from. Gretchen manages the inventory. She's the girl who's got to make sure everything gets to us. And May and Sandy, they're customer service, and they're the ones who take care of all my orders. And Kelly is sample girl extraordinaire. She makes the most beautiful things. That's all Hero Arts people. I'm like, oh gosh, they have a great staff. I wish I had as big of a staff. Okay, down, ink up, paper over the top. Let's try and make sure that my cut plates are straight and not crooked. Send it on through and let's see what we get. Oh, that was close. Wow. Can you get any closer to the top than that? Holy smokes, artichokes. But look at, now this is just 2 colors. Because I mixed the dark red and the yellow, I got some orange in there. Isn't that pretty? Isn't this just yum? It's beautiful. That's what it looks like if you just ink it. You could ink it 1 color and be done. You don't have to do 2. You don't have to do 3. Okay, let's see what we've got. That's just Red Royal. Gosh, and I hope I remember to tell you that we have 16 more colors coming out this year from Hero Cubes. I picked the colors. Very excited. Well, if I put it on the slant. Maybe that will remind me to slant it, right? So I put it there, kind of on a slant, and I do that. Ta-da! Except for that's off the page. Oh, just go with it and see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? All right, send it on through. All right, let's see what we got. Ooh, okay. How do you like it in just 1 color? Isn't that lovely? How stinking easy was that? Now you could go in there and you could color all the pieces if you wanted to. You could take your colored pencils or your watercolor pencils. You could absolutely, your Aussie Andrew alcohol markers at $1.99 an alcohol marker. You could have your fun with that. But we need to move on. We need to glitter with this. And not use glitter markers because you have glitter. And you want to use up your glitter. Okay. So what am I going to need to use the glitter? Let me all hear you say it. Hello, Essentials Glue Pad. Yeah. So this is, where is it? This is how it's sold. Just like this. If this is new to you, you need to know this is not a re-inker. When you get this pad, this is going to be completely dry. It's a foam pad and there's no glue on it at all. All your glue is right here. If you take this bottle and dump it on here and just put it all in there and think that a month from now you're going to come back and you're going to be able to use it, no. You only put as much of this on your pad as you need for the project you're doing. You don't empty this whole thing on this pad and then walk away. It is not a re-inker like you would think for your ink pads. No. You put a little bit on your pad. Well, you'll see me. A little bit on my pad. Here's my glue. Here's my pad. My pad is pretty yucky. It has this clear plastic that comes over the top of it. Don't lose that. You want to keep that. Some people will take it and tape it into the top with some foam dots, not too thick because then it won't close all the way. That way you're just sure you don't lose that, and it helps keep it airtight. It helps keep it airtight, and you want to do that. So don't lose that little plasticky thing if you can help it. Now I've already got some glue on here from time gone by. Absolutely. And your pad is going to stay mushy. It's going to stay foamy. It doesn't disintegrate. But I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here. And I'm going to just do a little, like a little Z. See? That's all I did. That's all I put. I take my finger and kind of go all over. And then, wipe my fingers off. I'm going to ink up just like I would if I was inking a die or a stamp. Ink it up. And then I'm going to send it on through. Zoop. Can I get it on? Yep, I can get it on the diagonal. So bring my Big Shot machine back over. Lay it flat. Get my paper over the top. That looks good. Cut plate on the top. Send it through. And just for good measure, bring it back. There's no rotating, there's no moving it around. It's just front and back. These are not intricate dies. You are actually just making a very simple die cut and transferring the image. So there was still some red on my die, which is kind of nice because now you can kind of see in the pink, if it shows through, where the glue is. So I need to let this sit. Has to sit. It is the one time in your life you want to be tacky. This glue has to go tacky. And if you waft it like this, it'll go tacky faster. If you let it sit, it will take a few minutes for it to go tacky. Now I'm going to guess that I probably have enough on here to do this. Okay. Make room, make way. And this time I think I'll use a piece of black paper. So when you run out of the glue, do you have to buy a whole new pad? No, they sell this. You just buy that. Keep your glue pad forever. I don't care how dirty and yucky it gets. Mine is awful and I refuse to give it up. It still works. I'd rather spend my money on something else. And let's send it on through. So now I've got a white and I've got a black. Okay. And tweezer, out it comes. And you can see where the glue is. So I'm going to let this one go tacky for a little bit, and now this one's probably tacky enough. Is it water soluble? Absolutely. I might use it again though, so I'm not going to wipe it off because it's got glue still on it, and I'm put a little bit more if I decide to do it one more time. I may do it one more time. Now I'm going to grab my glitter. What glitter makes my heart happy? So let's use these two. And I'm going to drizzle on. Just drizzle. Not too much, because I'm going to mix my colors. So by doing that, I know, ooh, in fact, I probably don't have to do much more than that. By doing that, I know I can't put it back in the same bottle. If I was only doing one color, I could put on as much as I wanted, because then I could take the excess and put it back. If you're going to mix your colors, you can absolutely get a little Tupperware and do a mishmash pot, but you only want to use enough to make it go around. You don't want to put so much down that it's wasted, because once you mix your colors, glitters, you can't put them back in their own, and you don't want a huge mishmash pot. So then I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to move that glitter over everywhere that's sticky. And anywhere that's sticky, that glitter is going to stick to. Now, if I don't have enough glitter down, which is, I prefer to have less than more, because now I know I need a little down here because it's still sticky. I didn't have enough. And a little on this side, I don't have enough. I'd rather have less down and then add, and as I move my finger, anywhere it is sticky, that glitter is going to adhere. The nice thing about doing that is, as you can see, it's not messy. Once it's dry, my finger, well, let's grab my little mop brush. I'm gonna brush it all up that's on there, all the extra, and I'm gonna kind of move it around to any place that still might have exposed sticky. And then when I'm done, whoop, right off. Oh, right? Yay. Oh, I missed a little bit up here. I didn't get enough glue right on that edge. It's like I missed the whole edge. That's okay. I'll put a sentiment there. Look at how pretty is that. And let me kind of get my fingers, get some glitter off my fingers. Very little mess, no fuss, no muss. And it's not coming off everywhere. This isn't the kind of glitter that's gonna flake off as you open up the card or as somebody opens up the card. That Essentials glue pad keeps it in place. So we did this one. This one's been sitting here a while, right? What if we use the exact same colors just to see a compare and contrast? Let's use the same colors. And that one's been sitting there a while. Let's see what we get. What glitter do you have? The finer the glitter, the better success you will have. This is Stampendous Ultra Fine. So there's chunky, ooh, Stacy, there's chunky glitter, something you would see in your kids or your grandkids' school, very chunky glitter. Then there's fine glitter, which is the next step down. Then there's ultrafine glitter, the next step down, and then microfine glitter. And all that means is that the red chunky glitter that is in your kids' school, when it became fine glitter, they just ground it down more so that each flake, each granule was a little bit smaller. And then to get it from fine to ultrafine, they ground it down even more. And then to get from ultrafine to microfine, they ground it down even more. So ultrafine glitter and chunky glitter are the same glitter. The difference is how much did they grind it down? Kind of like coffee. How much did you, oh, I'm gonna need way more than that. I can tell you that already. Your coffee, you know, some people like really fine grind and some people like a much chunkier grind. That's kind of how the glitter is. The different types of glitter isn't designated by what kind of glitter it is or the color of the glitter. It's what makes the difference is how they have ground it. Microfine being the finest glitter. It's also the most expensive glitter because to fill a jar takes more, you have to grind more glitter. You would think that it's because the glitter is smaller granules, it takes more of it to fill that jar versus a chunky glitter. I'm still short. I'd rather be less than more is better. The goal is to not have anything left, no extra. And when I'm burnishing it with my finger, I'm not like, ooh, gentle, gentle, gentle. And I'm not, sound effects required. I'm just giving a nice all over, nice pressure, not too light, not too heavy. I'm just trying to move that glitter. Lid on, because I know me. Lid on, because I know me. I'm going to kind of gather up all the excess, which on this one, there isn't any. There really isn't any. There's nothing for me to brush off. That was like the perfect amount. And now you can see. They're so pretty, but there's a big difference between the white and the black. I don't know, which one do you like more? The beautiful thing is if you have glitter and an Essentials glue pad, you don't have to choose. And white and black paper. You can do them both. But what if we took, I wonder what we have over here. Oh, do we have a red in here? This again is the Hunky Dory paper, and a lot of the samples they were made with the Hunky Dory paper. I don't know if maybe the green. Let's see what else I've got. So that's one of the Hunky Dory papers. Let's see this one. Let's see what I've got here. It's super thick. No, I don't want those. Oh, okay. We're gonna go here. I might use the green for something else. That's a super pretty green, isn't it? I forget what that's called. Something, rust, what are they calling that? No, it's not Damask Dreams. They're calling it, well, I don't know what they're, oh, here it is. Mirror Oxidized Metal Collection. That's what they're calling this one. Oxidized Metal Collection. Talk about great for guy cards. I mean, this paper is stunning. Love the Hunky Dory paper. They just don't make enough of it. By the time I get my order and it's almost gone. So what if I added a little bit of glue? And then let's cut a piece out before I do that. Which piece we want to use? The Hunky Dory paper is A4 size paper because Hunky Dory is a UK-based company, so it's a little bit longer and a little bit narrower than an 8.5 by 11. Sizzix has also gone to using A4 size paper because, well, they are a global company, and since A4 is more globally recognized, their paper has moved also to A4, and it's been that way for quite some time. You just might not have known it. I'm hoping I've got enough glue there. Get it off my fingers. Got my plate, my paper, my Big Shot machine. I've got my die, my paper. And away we go. Oh no, we were getting along so well, my camera and I. I heard it kind of thinking about it, but did you change your mind? Good, I'm so glad to hear that. Okay, so let's pop this bad boy out. Okay, I don't know if you can see. The glue is there. I'm gonna let that sit. And I've got this one here. I've got this pretty blue. What can I do in this pretty blue while I've got it? Okay, I'm gonna glue this one up too while I'm here, because I gotta wait for that one to go tacky anyway, so I might as well do something. Glue, glue, glue. Oh, am I out? Let's see if I've got some in here. Glue, glue, glue. Not too much, because I've already got some on there. Got a little bit of glue. Kind of move it around with my finger. Just gonna, just like you were inking a stamp. Okay, that should be good. Clean my finger. And let's go ahead and put it on this one. Bring my machine back over. Oh, nope, that's gonna go there. Let's do this one. Yeah, I'd feel better doing this way. Okay. Cut plate down. Oh, I hope I didn't move it. I did. Well, we're gonna go for it anyway. And I think I'm just gonna roll once because I know I moved it. Oh, no, 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 no. We were doing so well together, you and I. You can see the design in there, and that's pretty. You could have just not put any glue down and just embossed that design in there. That's gorgeous. Holy smokes, artichokes. That looks good without putting anything down there, but I've got glue on there. So that mirror paper has got enough thickness, enough weight to let you just emboss the paper. Oh, yum. All right, but I've got to do something with it because I got glue on it. How about, let's bring this over and put that away so my glue pad doesn't dry out. Practice what you preach. And I've got this one, and let's see what we can put. How about we just do gold? So I'm hoping it's had enough time to go tacky. And I'm just moving that glitter all over. And if I need more, I'm gonna get more. But I wanna move that glitter all over so that design starts to come through. But you've got the pattern background paper. That is your color. That's giving you your color. All over. Let's gather it up. Like I said, and there's very little to, there's basically nothing. And now you can see the design. So pretty. And you've got that paper as your color. Done. What if we did the silver on this one? Did I bring some? I didn't bring silver. Oh, Stacy, what were you thinking? Okay, what if we took, I've got this crystally color. So kind of like my Simply Defined glitter, only this is mine's a microfine. Actually, mine's finer than microfine. This is an ultra fine. And it's not really a color. It's a multicolor that kind of just, when I put it on, it's kind of just going to disappear. And it's going to leave, instead of a glitter color like that gold, it's going to leave these iridescent sparkles behind. Definitely more subtle than the gold. That gold could be on the MTV Awards. Do they still have the MTV Awards? Oh, Stacy. Maybe it's the iHeartRadio Awards now. I don't know. I can't keep up. Okay. So anywhere I need to put the extra, I've got just a little bit of extra. Can you see it right here? That's all the extra glitter I've got. Now I only used one color. So I could put it back, because I didn't blend. But now when you look at this, it's got these iridescent colors coming through. The glitter is almost gone. You barely even notice that it's there because it's transparent. But it's got sparkly. And that design is so perfect on that mirror paper. Gosh, you could almost use that as winter frozen paper. Look at how pretty is that. But what if we wanted something even more subtle? Can we do something even more subtle with the glitter? Yes. I mean, we can make it so that it's just an accent of a background. Let's see. What one haven't I played with yet? An accent of a background. Let's try this one. So this one has got a little pattern on it, a little harlequin pattern. And let's glue it up. Let's get a piece of black paper. My gosh, I don't know if the camera's picking this up or not, but even from a side angle, when it's on my desk, it just looks amazing. Oh. Okay, so you think I've got enough glue on here? I want glue, but I don't want too much because this has got a lot of open space. So we'll see if I get enough on here or not. Time will tell. I'm going to just use black paper, so if I don't, I'll do it again, and we'll try again. Clean my fingers. Bring it over. Oh my, we're going to have to move on. Okay, time is going. I'm going to have to move along. Stacy, down. I just don't know if I've got enough. I'm trying to look at it on an angle to see if I can see it. But you know what? I have to trust, and it's only paper, and I have to live by my own rules. You can do it that way. Oh, no, too thin. Gotta live by my own rules. It's only paper. And really, if it's a 2.5 hour YouTube, does it make any difference if it goes 2.5 hours and 42 seconds while I do another one? No. I will tell you, I was in a movie theater with my mother and the SMS staff on Christmas Day years ago, and we were watching Les Miserables, which I was not excited to see the movie because I am a huge live theater fan, and I've seen Les Mis over the course of my life probably 12 times. Okay, I know, it's an obsession, it's a thing. So I'm watching the movie, hold on. Okay, so I'm watching the movie, not that this matters, and it has nothing to do with class. I'm watching the movie with my mom, and I know every song to Les Mis. I can tell, I can like recite the entire, the entire play, musical. Absolutely, I know it all. And so the dying scene of Eponine, she's dying, and she's dying in Marius's arms, and this is the movie. The movie's like 2.5 hours long, at least. I mean, it's a long movie, okay? I mean, Jean Valjean and Javert and Fantine, they all get their songs. In fact, they added a song, I think they added a song for either Jean Valjean, Javert, or Marius. They wrote an additional song for the movie. Eponine is dying in Marius's arm, and she's singing Little Fall of Rain, which the whole song is maybe 3 minutes. They cut it in half. If you're already 2.5 hours in, let the girl sing her dying song. Let the woman have her moment. She's finally in the arms of the man she loves, who she's never gonna have, and you cut her song? Oh, I almost stood up and walked out. So everybody at SMS, all the girls who were there who know me and know, they all looked at me like, what's she gonna do? I literally almost got up and walked out. I was so upset. How can you, I mean, that's so, if I have to do this again, it's already 2.5 hours. If it's gonna be 2.5 hours and 47 seconds, I'm not gonna short you. Unlike Les Mis. Okay, for those of you who have turned me off, it was lovely having you here. Okay, let's bring it back and let me zoom on in. Oh, that made me so mad when that happened. Oh, look, came out good. Who knew? Oh, for the new people who are watching this, just embrace my weirdness, and just embrace that I am who I am, and everything is kind of free and loose and fun. That's the whole idea, is even if you don't craft and you watch me, if I can take your mind off your troubles for even a moment, then I have done way more than I could have ever hoped to. All right, so this is gonna go tacky. I think it's probably tacky by now. What if I want to keep this subtle, because here we have MTV bling bling. Kids are going, what's MTV? Here we have a little more subtle but elegant and pretty. Oh, so pretty. And here we're going to have subdued, totally subdued. I'm gonna take that black glitter, that has no iridescence to it, the black without glitter. I love this stuff because it's got some sparkle and shine without being overdone. I'm gonna put the black glitter on here. See, can you see? It doesn't have iridescence to it. So it's going to add texture and dimension without adding too much sparkle and shine, which means if you're working on something that needs to be a little more elegant, a little more restrained, a little more sophisticated, this may be what you're looking for, because or a guide card. You want to add a little sparkle and shine to it, but you don't want it to be TikTok worthy. when they're flashing everything. My kids will be so proud. Yes, I know what TikTok is. Do I watch it? Heavens, no. I don't understand what they're doing. I'm old. So let's brush off. Oh, I got a little sparkle from my finger, but that's okay. And now you can see you've got that background. And it's beautiful, but it's not in your face. It's elegant and sophisticated and refined and a little bit constrained. It does make my heart happy. It really does. As does the bling bling and the middle ground. What is it that you need to make? Isn't it nice to know that, like for SMS girl Mary Lynn, this would be it without question. Hello, loves that. I mean, that would be totally her. And I think for maybe SMS girl or even honorary SMS girl Patty, I think that this might be, because it's so sophisticated and pretty and elegant and soft, where honorary SMS girl Katie, this might be more of hers because it's there, it's a whisper, it's a hint, it's giving dimension and texture without taking anything away. You can then layer something on top of this and it's going to shine. It's just going to absolutely shine. So, many different ways of using glitter if you have actual glitter and you want to use the stamping dies. But we have to move on. Let's see, what are we going to move on to? That's a very good question, Stacy. Oh, I think I still like this one. Maybe I'll play with this one a little bit more. What if we were to take embossing powder? Can you do embossing powder? Why not? If you can do the glitter, you can do embossing powder. Absolutely. Ooh, I think I'm going to play with this one and the embossing powder. Let's see what we've got here. So this one is this one. I think I will run it through one more time just so you can see it, because that way you've got to... Oh, who's texting me? Go. Shh. Yeah, I think it said take a trip abroad. I don't think I'm going to do that right now. Who's ever advertising? I don't think I'm going to be traveling internationally anytime soon. I may be going to Florida in April, though, for a show. I may be going to a brand new show, Creativation, which is the show I used to go to in January. That organization has merged with a fine art organization, and I may be going there in April. I think it's April I might be going. Okay, no, I don't need glue. Stacy. Well, that's kind of sad that I did that. I need ink. I think I'm just going to do this all one color, just so you can see what it looks like inked up. Okay, I'm just going to do it really fast so you can see it inked up. So you remember where we start. Machine on over. Die. Paper. Cut plate. Send through. 1, 2, 3. Bring it back just because I have to take it out anyway. And bam. Right? Super pretty. Okay. Now let's use it with embossing powder. And let's wipe it down. And embossing powder, we need a Versamark. I want to be clear. Oh, shush. Come on. I feel you. There we go. Not quite. There we go. This and this are not the same. One is a glue. It's just a glue. It's a two-way glue, which means that it allows it to go tacky before you put something down on it in a stamp pad format. This is an embossing medium and watermark. This, while it may look transparent like this, these two do not play the same. You cannot use this and the glitter. Will not work. The glitter will wipe right off. This is for embossing. The glue, you might be able to put the glue down and put embossing powder over the top of it and heat it and see what happens. The glue may bubble, I don't know. The glue may get rigid and may dry out, and you might have the embossing powder wiped off. I don't do it. I have both. I need both, but they do not do the same thing. Glue for glitter, Versamark for embossing powder. Glue for glitter. Glue for glitter. If you can remember glue for glitter, then you'll know that the Versamark is for your embossing powder. So, what do we want to do it on? Oh, we were doing so well, you and I. How about we do it in gold? So I've got the Essentials kit here from Stampendous. This is just an all-purpose, wonderful little kit of a bunch of different embossing powders in the most common colors used. Gold and silver and clear and detail white and detail clear and a gold glitter and a silver glitter. So this kit was put together for us by Stampendous quite some time ago. And now they sell it for everybody, absolutely. But it gives you, an embossing powder goes a really long way. It gives you even though they all look white, each one of those whites do something different. And even though they look silver, each one of those silvers do something different. This is a really good way to start with embossing, to see what you're going to use. You have a huge amount of different options without spending an incredible amount of money, because a full jar of embossing powder can run $5 and you'll have it for the rest of your life. Truly you will. Okay, so let's see. I think it'll fit. Yep, that'll fit. So I'm going to take my Versamark and I'm going to ink it up just like my glue. Now the difference with Versamark is that this, first off, it comes just like that, and the pad is wet from the moment you have it. The re-inker is just that. It is a re-inker. You only buy this when you need to re-ink this, and this stays wet for, my gosh, mine's been wet for probably 2 years. So, but if I needed to, I would never replace my pad, even though it's yucky and yucky. I mean, it's pretty yucky. It's all dark and dingy and got different things stuck in it. If I needed to, you would treat it just like one of your ink pads and just add a little bit in there and spread it around and it'll absorb in. But this is not like the glue. They don't sell it. They don't sell it like this. You buy this individually, and you won't need this for quite some time, although there's some very cool techniques I do with this that you can't do with this. But for Versamark, it's not the same as an Essentials glue pad, and you treat it differently. So I want to make sure I've got enough Versamark on here, and then I'm going to transfer it. Okay, looks good to me. So paper, die cutting machine. So there we go. And over. All right, let's send it on through, see what we get. And all it's gonna do is transfer that Versamark ink onto that white paper, just like we did with the glue. Still got red on it. Okay. So you can see where the Versamark is. Normally you don't see anything, you just see it's clear, but I've still got some red on my die, so it's still coming through. Okay, works for me. Now this doesn't have to go tacky. Again, it acts completely different. Versamark is a medium that stays wet long enough for you to put embossing powder down. Embossing powder is a ground plastic. It's a finely ground plastic. And, you know what, let me grab a little sheet of paper. In fact, I can use this right here. And when you heat this, it turns into a solid. It melts into a solid because what does plastic do? Plastic melts. So let's say I have a little bit, let's just put some Versamark right here. And you can see that's how it normally comes out clear. You generally can't see it. Is it bad that it came out pink? No, it actually helps me sometimes so that I know I got it down there. But there, clear. So if I took some embossing powder, wherever that Versamark is, the embossing powder is going to stick. Again, very much like the glue. The difference is you're going to heat this. And you're going to see a very big difference. So I'm going to bring over my Sizzix heat tool. It's not a blow dryer, and a blow dryer will not work. You also, if you're going to use a paint stripper, need to be careful not to burn. Really important. The Sizzix heat tool is an easy tool to use. It's got 2 speeds, there and there. It allows you to get super close to your paper without burning it. And I want you to see what happens to embossing powder and what happens when you don't heat. So I'm going to add some heat, and I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to stay in one place, and as my embossing powder turns color, I'm going to move it along. Then I'm going to move my heat tool. If I do this, I'm adding heat to embossing powder, and then I'm moving it and taking it off. The embossing powder has to get to a certain temperature to melt. And if you're adding heat and taking heat off and adding heat and taking heat off, what happens if you're cooking a souffle? And not that I can cook a souffle, let's be clear. Or you're baking a cake. And let's be clear, I can't bake a cake either. And you put it in the oven, and then you open the oven to check it. You've now let all that heat out, and you have to close the oven, and the oven has to get back up to temperature again, so it's gonna take longer. But then you're curious about it, so you open the oven again, and all that heat comes out, and you close the oven again, and now it's gotta get back up to temperature. So it's going to take that cake a lot longer to cook, or that souffle may fall because you keep opening and closing the oven. Well, this is opening and closing the oven. Keep the oven closed in one place, and as it turns, you move it. Okay, so I don't want to do too much because I want those who have never seen this before see it. So there's the powder I put on. There's the embossing powder after I've done the heat and it's melted. Now, if I do not go back and melt this, it is not like the glue. It wipes right off. Right off. You have to heat embossing powder. You don't heat glitter. Okay? So, I still have this one sitting over here. Versamark generally lets you have a long time before it dries, so I should be able to hopefully still get some Versamark in here, or some embossing powder in here. I'm a dumper because I'm going to end up putting it all back in anyway. So I don't care if I use the whole bottle because I'm going to end up putting that whole bottle back. Embossing powder tends to be opaque, so that pink that was under there is going to disappear with the gold. Okay, there's my design. I've got all of this that I have scooped out. Let's just put it all right back in. And it's like you used nothing. You use so little with embossing powder. Now let's heat. Because you might be going, yeah, that doesn't look very pretty. It's kind of a boring brown. And if I touched this right now, I would wipe this away. I don't want to touch it. I do want to add some heat. And I am baking a cake. And I do want to finish it in the 45 minutes that Duncan Hines says it should cook. So as I see my powder turn, ooh! So I've only done half of it, so you can see the difference. Look at that beautiful gold. It's like a fine invitation. That's what embossing, how long does it take to dry? Once your paper's cool, it's dry. That's what embossing is like. A fine invitation that you have a stationery store print for you, like wedding invitations, although a lot of people make their wedding invitations now, but well, because they can emboss and make it look like that. And you can even see in the camera, you can see the difference between where it's embossed and where it is not. So let's continue. And I am watching the powder go from the powder to a solid, and I am moving my heat tool accordingly. Once your paper is cooled down, it just needs to get cool, then you are free. Pretty, right? And that's pretty just like that. Just so pretty and elegant. And now, well, you could color it, absolutely. So you've got inked and you've got embossed. So pretty. And somewhere we have it with my glitter markers. Okay, let's try on black. And on black, let's use, if we did that in gold, let's use silver. We'll use silver on black and see what we think. So I'm going to bring the same one over, and I'm going to take my Versamark and go, go, go. And let's bring my machine over. Plate. Paper. Cut plate. Send through. So I've got my base platform, I've got my solo shim, I've got my do not cut plate, I've got my stamping die with Versamark on it, I've got my black paper, and then my cut plate. That is your sandwich. Send it on through. Haha. Okay, there it is. It is not necessary. Oh, wow. I really get close sometimes. It's not necessary to wait. I don't have to let it go tacky. I can take my silver, which I put right here. And you can watch it as it walks down. You can watch it cling. To the design. Did I get my finger in it? So I don't know, I got a little extra Versamark there. Can you see that? I could take a paintbrush to try to get rid of it, but it's not going to happen. I've got too much Versamark somewhere on that plate. All right, well, I'm going to set it aside. We're going to do it anyway, but I'm going to try one more time. I'll heat that and we'll see so you can see the difference. Let me clean my plate. And wipe it off. And when I say wipe it off, I'm wiping it on my jeans. Mr. SMS saw me do this earlier today. He's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, it works. They're just my jeans. They came from probably Sam's Club. Or Costco. All right, I'm going to ink this up again and we're going to try one more time. Get my piece of paper ready. And let me go with my Versamark and see if I can do a better job. Okay, I think that should be plenty. My plate, my little paintbrush out of my way. My base platform, my solo shim, my do not cut plate, all squared up, my stamping die with my image face up Versamark on it, my black paper, my cut plate, and let's send it on through. Should we go back? Well, we've been going back all day. Let's just do it. If it's wrong, it's only paper. I think that looks better. I can see the design I can see the watermark of it. Let's put some embossing powder on it and see if I did a better job this time. Now, I'm not going to throw that other one away. We'll do something with it. We'll cover that extra embossing powder with a sentiment or something, absolutely. Oh, so much better. So much better. So I'm just dumping right on it, letting gravity kind of do its thing, and as it moves down, you can see it clinging to where that Versamark transferred from the stamping die. A little bit of a tap, 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 tap. Oh, so much better. Yay! Put it all back in because I didn't mix any colors. It basically fills right back up again. And then you're baking a cake. Don't open that oven. And if you're uncomfortable with a cylinder, the nice thing about the Sizzix is you can start with the lower temp. It'll take a little bit longer, but if you are more comfortable with the lower temp, just do the lower temp. I'm a let's get it done type of girl. Okay, so you can see, first off, I've only done half of it. Well, I've done 2/3 of it, but you can see towards the bottom where there's too much embossing powder. So I must have hit it with the Versamark too much, and it squished in those spaces that are supposed to be empty, and the powder has stuck. So we'll put a beautiful sentiment right there. Nobody will ever know. And you can actually see it turning from a powder into a solid. I'm hoping you can see. Let's see if I go. I'm not opening the oven. I'm moving my heat tool as I need to. Okay, so I'm gonna stop right here. And you'll see that there's a dull spot. You see that dull spot right in the middle? That means I haven't turned that into a solid yet. I need to go back and heat it. Can I? Absolutely. Sure you can. Just put it on until it changes. And when you don't have that dull spot anymore, you've got a perfectly embossed, beautiful image. I'm getting used to this. I didn't know I could turn my camera this way. Who knew? Pretty, right? Pretty on the black, pretty on the white. Now what you do with it is up to you. You can go in and color it. I mean, this is just absolutely stunning. But what if we wanted to take, what if we wanted to take a piece of patterned paper? Isn't that pretty? Isn't that lovely? That is from the, what is it? Dazzling Damask set from Hunky Dory. That's a little bit of yum. And let's cut a piece off. That makes my heart happy. Let's ink this up with our Versamark. I'm not going to be too hard on the inking because there's a lot of open diamond space in this Harlequin. So I don't want to get that Versamark down in this open space. I really only want it on the diamond pattern. So I'm not pressing hard at all. Let's bring it over. Line it up. Send it through. And you can see the diamond pattern has been put in. It's indented. This paper is so thick that you can get a beautiful print, even if I didn't use the Versamark. Let's go ahead, and this time I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use the crystal. So this crystal is very much like the glitter that has that crystal-y look to it. So I'm gonna put that on here. And hopefully I had enough Versamark. And if I didn't, you know what? I still have a beautiful piece of paper that I can do something with. And walk it down. And where the Versamark is, it's holding. And walk it down. Okay, so I'm going to set this to the side for just a moment. And I'm going to grab a wipey. And I think I'm going to grab that green paper that I had. Do they have a small? They do. They have a smaller piece of it. So I'm going to grab a wipey and clean this before I put more Versamark on it, because I don't want to have too much, because I don't want the Versamark to get in the centers of those diamonds. And it did on that one a little bit, and we're going to fix it. But first I'm going to do this one. Dry it on my pants because I'm so sophisticated that way. I'd love to sing Fancy Like, but I'm not allowed to do that either. I love that song. I don't know why I love that song. It just makes my heart happy every time I hear it. It's just fun and upbeat. Of course, I don't hear it all the time. I suppose if you heard it 15, 20 times a day, you might get over it, but okay. Paper. Let's roll it through. Make sure everything is squared up. Send it through. And I guess we can bring it back. I have to bring it back anyway to open it, so. Let's see what we've got. So again, the pattern is there. I mean, that's beautiful just all by itself. If you didn't do anything more, you might be just as happy with that. Oh, come on. We were doing so good for the longest time. There it goes. So we can't mount my camera to the wall, and we can't mount my camera overhead, and we can't mount my camera. So all I've heard is what I can't do with my camera because of the limited space we have, and because I'm not technology savvy, because I physically have to move it up and down. So I think we're just going to have to learn to be friends with it, and hopefully Hopefully it stops. All right. So I've got my gold embossing powder in there. Now, oh, let's put this away. Now there are some places on both of these where I have too much embossing powder, and I can clearly see it, and it's in a way that I can get rid of it. Can you see that? Here, here, right here, right here. All I'm going to do is take a paintbrush, go in there, and pull it out. Take my paintbrush, lightly go in there. There's nothing on my paintbrush. It's dry. I'm just trying to pick up some of that embossing powder from the centers of my diamonds, anywhere it left a little bit, so that I have nice, clean, beautiful lines. And you do the best you can. And that's the best you can do. This is homemade. It is your art. Nothing is ever perfect. And quite honestly, perfection is a little bit overrated. Okay, so I'm just going to pull some of this that I see that is stuck in the middle. And now that's much better. I've pulled quite a bit of it out. And on this one, well, I used gold embossing powder on a gold. I don't even know if it's going to make a difference because there's so much gold on the. Let's pull a little bit of it out. All right, let's heat them. What's the worst that can happen? So I'm going to start with the gold first, and then we'll do the crystal. We'll see what we get. Okay, before I go too far, I'm hoping you can see the difference. That has been turned from a powder into a solid. That has not. Dramatic difference. And hopefully you can see it turn as I'm walking my way back. And anywhere there's a dark space that I see, I'm going back to make sure that it melts. Oh, isn't that pretty? Doesn't that look good on that paper? I knew I liked the green for a reason. Okay, let's do the crystalline. This is going to have a totally different look because that crystal embossing powder is, it's transparent, translucent. It just leaves behind the sparkle. So again, I want to only do half. So you can see you've got sparkle and shine winking at you, and over here you still have powder. Here, as it catches the light. It's like the pattern is there, but it isn't there. You don't know you've got that pattern until you start to move it. And then all of a sudden it says, oh, hello, hello. It takes something that is beautiful to start with and just gives it a little more texture, a little more depth. You know, it's the texture and the depth. Why do we layer everything so much? Even in our layouts, we have mats and embellishments and layers to our scrapbook layouts. We have mats and layers and embellishment to our card making and our mixed media. It's because we're looking for that depth perception and that texture and that richness. Same stamp plate, two completely different looks. Both of them gorgeous. This one's so subtle, and yet so effective. And this one, not as subtle, but so effective. And remember, we did it with just black glitter and the Essentials glue pad. Okay, we have done so much today. I mean, really, we have just gone the gamut, back and forth, and we started way back when we were just using ink, and then ink and a little bit of the glitter marker. Oh, see, it would be hard to do this with the glue and the glitter. The glitter marker on top of that ink is stunning. Remember, this side got it. Can you see the gold? And this side did not. Just a little bit of happiness everywhere. It started out easy, something that everybody can do. Everybody can do. And then we progressively got harder and harder, or not even hard, more techniquey and more techniquey. The glitter pins are back. Do not miss out if you want them. They are just they're just a joy to have. So pretty. Who would think a glitter pin can do that? But we did. Look at all the different things we did in the time together. Technique after technique after technique. And maybe one of them is more you, and maybe the other one not so much. But that's the beautiful thing about the cut and stamp. Stamp and cut. However you want to put it. You have options. You don't have to emboss. You never have to emboss this if you never want to. You can just ink it. And maybe you're all about the glitter. Maybe that's what made your heart happy. This is with the glitter marker versus glitter. And now you can really kind of see the difference. This is hello, and this is hello. Hey, how you doing? And this is like me, I'm needy. Hello, look at me. Big difference between them, but it all happened with the same plate. Something that gives you that much versatility. Option after option after option after option. That's a good investment. I bought them blind, had no idea what I was getting into. Look at, I love the black on the black. I do. Had no idea what I was going to get until I got them. Oh, I think I did this one yesterday when I was playing. The black on the black. It's so pretty. And then when they got here, a long time later, I was like, oh yeah, this was good. I listened to my inner creative being, and it said, is it Spidey sense? I listened to my crafty sense, and it was absolutely worth it. So, holy smokes. Let me show you what's on sale, and then I have the most stunning samples for you ever. Okay, let me get this out of my way too. First off, I have got hunky dory paper. I've got a bunch of different pads. The samples were all made using the different pads. They're beautiful. I've got limited quantities of each, some as low as like 30. Literally, this one has a print that looks like it's holographic, but it's not. And there's all sorts of different ones in here. This is the oxidized metal. Yum. This one is the one I love, love, love. This is the dazzling damask. Oh, this is beautiful. I've got, the one I don't have is Galaxy. I couldn't get it back. I've got like an ink drop type of paper that's got all the pretty colors. I've got nautical. The marbling is stunning. That's paper. And it comes in as, look at all the different patterns of the marbling. So pretty. I've got almost like a Wedgwood blue. They call it blue and cream. So pretty. And then again, another one that is one of my favorites that I don't think we'll have for very long is the, what are they calling this? The Vibrant Brushstroke Collection. This is magnificent in person. I wish the camera could pick it up. I've got clouds and skies. Love the backgrounds on this. And then this collection has the same as the other damask, just not as the variety. You've only got 3 different sheets. Let's see. This one you've got, yes, this one you've got more colors of the damask. This one you've got less colors but more sheets, and that blue is in there too. So that's the Hunky Dory. And when it's gone, it's gone. There's no option to reorder it. It is what it is. Then I've got the glitter pins from Marvi Yoshida. And remember, the only way for me to get you the whole, all 6 of them, was to do the 2 new ones in the gold and the silver, and the 4 older ones. They're the same, exactly the same. There's not any more or any less. They just changed the color of the housing and the overall size of it. But other than that, it's the same. And if I did all of this size, you wouldn't be able to get the green. And if I did all of this size, you wouldn't be able to get the silver. So they retail for $4.09 each. We have I want it all for $16.99. I'll put the Essentials glue pad on sale. We'll put the Versamark on sale. We've got the embossing powder that's on sale. The glitter's been on sale for quite a bit. I'm not going to do that on the glitter. So, and the Hero Cubes have also, we'll hold off on those. And we will put on sale, of course, and I didn't even use this one today. This is that beautiful daisy. So we'll put on sale all of the stamping dies from Nellies Studios. I think we have 9 different ones. All right, let's talk. Now who wants me? Let's talk samples. All right. This is the one my son James did. I love it because he did it and he signed. I told him you have to sign your name, so he did. So I'm going to put the year and then I'm going to put it away. So when he's 50, 40 with kids, I'm going to pull it out and give it back to him. Look at how pretty is this. There's that oxidized paper as your background. They inked. I didn't use this one either. The little, oh, that's so cute. See, it's just darling. Almost like a little honeycomb, but with circles. And again, up here's with the glitter and that oxidized paper. So the design, oh yeah, the design is done in glitter on the Hunky Dory oxidized paper. This design was just done in ink and put on the Hunky Dory paper. This is just done in ink, just rolled through with ink. And look at this. So this is Hunky Dory pattern paper on the background that has been heat embossed with the design on top of it, and then the rest of the paper had this image on it and it was fussy cut out. Hello, is that gorgeous? Yes, I think so too. And then let me bring these over. Oh, nope, I'm going the wrong way. And then this was done inked and then watercolored, just like James did. James watercolored with Fine Tech metallics, and Claire watercolored with I'm not sure what. But it's pretty. So, same similar card, totally different look. Totally different. Look at this hello. So they embossed the diamond pattern, the harlequin, and then they had it on the page. They had extra paper left, so they die cut out the hello out of it too. And she put little bling on there. How pretty is that? And here, this one was done with one of the backgrounds and the glitter markers. That was done with the glitter markers, and then this is out of the damask paper. My gosh, these are lovely. And then Miss You, they just did this right out of all the paper from Hunky Dory. It's just Hunky Dory paper. And then this is also done with Hunky Dory paper. Now, here's your sunset. And this was done using the Stampin' Cut, and then we die cut the moon out of it, or the sun out of it. And honorary SMS girl Katie probably free-handed that mountain. But this is the mirror paper. So here's your morning, and it says peace. And then here's your counterpart out of the same pack, your moon, and the night sky. And again, the moon this is the image on it, the pattern on it came from one of the Stampin' dies, and then we cut it to a moon. But she gave you the sun and the moon, and it really, really shows off. That paper is so good. Oh, okay. Then over here, let's pull these. Over here, this was done. Oh, where's my, oh, there we go. This was done by honorary SMS girl Patty, and you've got these are the glitter markers. That's not glitter, that's glitter marker. And then she's got the thank you. This is the negative. The thank you is the negative to this positive. So she cut out thank you. And here your background also done with the glitter pens, the markers, the just glitters. But you've got the negative and the positive. Don't throw them away. Look at how she made them work. Isn't that amazing? If you're gonna cut, you might as well. She cut it once out of silver and once out of the mirror paper, and the mirror paper is the background, and then she just reversed them. And the markers are stunning in there. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. Gosh, I don't know, did we do this one? Just inked. And then fussy cut a little piece out. This one was done with flakes. You want to try flakes? Go for it. And again, the paper from Hunky Dory. And this is one of them that I didn't use, the daisy on that Hunky Dory paper. Oh, look at what a ray of sunshine those daisies are. And again, the Hunky Dory paper, look at, I mean, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick this up or not, but this is beautiful. And I saw this one being made and I loved it even before. While they were putting the embossing powder on it, I loved it. Just because the embossing powder, they were blending it. It looked so good. Oh, it made my heart happy. And here you have one just out of Hunky Dory paper. And then we have hello. So you've got two backgrounds. You've got one stamping die and two stamping dies on the same card. Hello. And SMS girl Claire went in there with Fine Tech paint and added a little bit of Fine Tech on this. And I have a feeling this might be one of my, I think that this is my sample that I did when they first got here. When I opened them up, I ripped them open and grabbed some ink to see how they work. I think they took some of my stuff and made samples out of it. And then look at hugs. Oh, how cute is that? And we have congrats. And there's that beautiful dark damask kind of sultry paper. Ooh. Love, love, love. And then we bounce from that to hugs and happy. And again, the background is the stamping die. And I don't know, I think I showed this one in the beginning. Maybe. Sample, super cute. And then the last one is with the circles. And I didn't use that one today. And then this is Hunky Dory paper. The only other thing I have to show you, and if you're still with me, God bless you. Appreciate it. It was a long video, but I had a lot to show. I want to make sure I'm going backwards. I've got 2 layouts. So stamping die right here. A portion of it, another one die cut there. You've got Hunky Dory paper here. And it's just soft and elegant and serene, kind of zen. Claire did this one. And SMS girl Elena did this one. And she took all the extra dies that come with the stamping. Can I grab one? She used the matting dies to cut all of these shapes. She took the matting die to do that. And here you've got, look at, there's that daisy again. Isn't that so pretty? I should have used that one too. Darn it. And Elena put this layout together. All right, you guys. Let's tilt up. Let's go, holy smokes, artichokes. Let's see if I can figure out how to, nope, that's in. Oh, yeah, that's back. There we go. Hello, everybody. So it was long. Yes, it's always long. It is what it is. This is a class. This isn't a demo. This isn't a, here, let me show you how to make a card in 15 minutes and poof, there it is. And everything's sped up. No, no, no. This is an opportunity for you to learn and to pull out your things, even if they're close enough, and try while I'm trying. And for you to refer back to again and again. It's not about how to make a certain card. It's about how to make a lot of different things, how to learn a technique and use that technique to the best of your abilities throughout all of your crafting, whether it be mixed media today and card making tomorrow and junk journals the next day and scrapbooking the day after that. If you have techniques that transfer in between all of them, give a man a fish, teach a man to fish. There's a big difference. So it is me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. If you can find the glitter markers at your local independent retailer, go buy them. If you can find glitter at your local independent mom and pop shop, I'm talking mom and pop shop, go find it, go buy it. If you can get ink from your mom and pop shop, go buy it. The Versamark, the glue, get what you can get. If you are still lucky enough to have a store where you can walk in and they know your name, or they want to know your name, they've never met you before, introduce yourself, say, hey, I'm Stacy, I'm a crafter, and I am excited to be here. You want to see a mom and pop store? You want to see tears come to an owner's eyes? You say that to an owner, you bring tears to their eyes because they just value you and they will teach you everything you need to know, just like me. The stamping dies, I'm afraid you're probably going to have to get here along with most of the Hunky Dory paper. But other than that, shop local, absolutely. Spread a little bit around everywhere and everybody can stay in business. Okay, it's me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. That's where you're going to find all of these products under our YouTube Yummies category. I will see you all next week. Bye.